Have you ever wondered what truly transpired in the Battle of Waterloo, one of the most significant battles in history? The inception of this historic battle is a tale of ambition and strategy. Napoleon Bonaparte, having escaped from the island of Elba, quickly began to amass an army. His charisma and reputation as a military genius served him well, with many former soldiers flocking to his side. Meanwhile, in the town of Waterloo, a strategic location in what is now Belgium, the Duke of Wellington and Prussian Field Marshal Blücher were preparing their troops for the inevitable confrontation. These key figures, each unique in their approach and motivation, played crucial roles in shaping the events that led up to the battle. Napoleon, the returned emperor, driven by a desire to regain his lost power. Wellington, the seasoned British commander, determined to stop him. And Blücher, the resolute Prussian, eager to support his ally. And so, the stage was set for a battle that would forever change the course of European history. On June 18, 1815, the Battle of Waterloo commenced, an event that would test the mettle of all involved. The morning dawned with Napoleon Bonaparte, the self-crowned emperor of the French, tasting the initial success. He was a man known for his tactical genius and audacious gambles, and his early moves suggested a promising day for the French. The battle took a dramatic turn when the British commander, the Duke of Wellington, deployed his defensive strategy. He positioned his forces behind a ridge, protecting them from the French artillery. Wellington's troops stood firm, like an unyielding wall against the relentless French onslaught. His strategy was a calculated waiting game, a test of endurance and resolve. Meanwhile, the Hougoumont, a large farmhouse located on the battlefield, became a focal point of the conflict. The French launched a fierce attack on it, and the British defense of this position was a testament to their determination. Despite the intense pressure, the British held their ground, and Hougoumont remained in their control. As the hours ticked by, the French cavalry, led by Marshal Ney, charged at the British infantry. It was a bold move, a desperate attempt to break the British lines. But Wellington's men, formed in defensive squares, withstood the onslaught and repelled the French cavalry. In the late afternoon, the Prussian army, led by Field Marshal Gebhard Leberecht von Blücher, finally arrived on the battlefield. Their arrival tipped the scales in favor of the Allied forces. The fresh Prussian troops launched a series of attacks, adding to the pressure on the already stretched French forces. In the twilight hours, Napoleon played his final card, sending in his elite Imperial Guard. But even this last-ditch effort was not enough. The British and Prussian forces stood firm, and the Imperial Guard was repelled, marking a turning point in the battle. As the day drew to a close, the fate of thousands had been sealed on the battlefield. The Battle of Waterloo, a day of intense fighting and remarkable courage, had reached its dramatic conclusion. In the aftermath of the Battle of Waterloo, Europe would never be the same. The immediate aftermath was a sight of chaos and devastation. Thousands of soldiers from both sides lay dead or injured on the battlefield. Napoleon Bonaparte, once the most powerful man in Europe, was forced to abdicate his throne for the second and final time. He was exiled to the remote island of St. Helena in the South Atlantic, where he spent his remaining days. But the impact of the Battle of Waterloo extended far beyond the immediate aftermath. It marked the end of the Napoleonic era, a time of immense upheaval and change across Europe. The balance of power was reset with the Congress of Vienna, establishing a period of relative peace and stability that would last for nearly a century. The Battle of Waterloo, a day of bloodshed and bravery, marked the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter in European history.